Hello, I am Ellie, this is George, and I played a silly RPG with Twitch chat. There were 12 characters to choose from. It started with Bucket Belt. Then he drowned. Then Fire Ant the Demon, who stole a dude's bag of Cheetos, then got squished. And finally, Sir Golden Cod, who agreed to help save the town from its mad mayor. You can always use a Vicious Mockery or your other charm spell. You got options.
I shall fire an arrow in an attempt to kill the hog first.
That's an 8. That's a miss.
Oh my god.
I know, you have the worst fucking rolls as your arrow shoots and then clinks off the top of the hog's armor, going straight out the window.
I shall heal myself first.
Honestly, good choice. You cast a heal spell, giving yourself an additional heart, but also costing yourself one of your heal spells. And the hog charges you. Only needs a 10 to hit. We'll say 11, actually. That's better. That's more 50-50. 11 or more and it hits. 10 or less and it fails.
Please.
That's a 19. You have the worst luck. So bad. The hog charges as it rams its tusks straight into you, sending you back flying and falling onto the ground. Thankfully, this body here is there to catch your fall a bit. So we'll say you don't take damage.
Oh, thank god.
We'll say it's the barkeep's turn as he goes, "No! He's been but I still need him to protect me!" As he goes and he swings the halberd at the hog, although he's really bad, so he gets disadvantage. He needs to roll 10 or more. But disadvantage, and that's a 1. Okay, alright. So that's a 1. That's a little rough.
You've got to be kidding me.
The halberd gets stuck in the ceiling as he tries to swing it. Now stuck there, he is entirely exposed to the hog, which the hog takes the opportunity to charge him and ram him as well, sending him flying back and landing right on top of your head. That will deal damage.
Fuck, he's not only ugly, but he's a horrible fighter too.
Boom. So he falls on top of you as you are both flattened on the floor. You are able to get up and stand, but he is there as he goes, "I'm too weak. I can't go on." He's there and he's weak and he's dying.
Launch an arrow to make the halberd fall onto the hog.
Ooh. You step back, standing on top of his head to get a good shot lined up.
I'm not wasting my heal spell on his.
And let's see how that goes. That's a 1! Okay, I'll show a bit of mercy. The arrow goes and it flies, clinking off the halberd and bouncing right back, getting stuck in the wood here. It's enough to cause the wood to creak and fall, smushing the hog, and also collapsing the platform below it. You are just barely able to dodge and avoid the collapsing platform ahead of you. But
I guess luck is on my side.
there is one that still survives. One that is harder to put down. The hat. The hat flies over and begins to chop at the wood, making way to get to you as you are currently buried under rubble. How are you going to get out of this one?
Prepare for the hat to break the wood as I take aim.
You take aim and wait for the hat to break through. As the wood falls and it gets through, you fire your arrow straight up at it. Let's see how that goes.
Please.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage for that.
I'm begging.
That's an 11. We'll say the 11 works. As the arrow flies straight up into the hat as it falls to the ground.
Yes.
Once more, you are surrounded by chaos, death and destruction, but somehow you survive. You stand alone, victorious.
Loot whatever I can from the floor before I proceed.
As you take what is totally the same axe from the hat and add it to your collection.
Yes.
You strap it onto the crossbow loot and turn it into an axe crossbow loot, giving you an all-in-one weapon. As you march your way back out, loot in hand, you find yourself in another room, this time with more of the fedora men. They're just as smelly as last time, and you find that this one is muttering to himself about how he's such a nice guy, and he doesn't get why women don't like him, about how he just wants hugs, but everyone calls him weird and creepy.
Not another one.
Also floating in the air is another hat with its red pill cannon loaded and ready to fire.
Use my axe and charge at the fedora man.
You charge straight to the fedora man and ready your swing. Let's see how that goes. We'll say you only need it's just a dude in a fedora. Say 11. If you hit 11, you're good. You're good. A 6 and a 19. Okay, you did it. You chopped down this one.
Yes!
As he falls to the ground. But the fedora is not done yet, as it rises and readies its own red pill cannon. The first one fires a red pill at you. How does it do? A 7. The red pill misses. It bounces off the top of your head and then goes straight out the window. The second one, the one that you've just struck down the person it was possessing, it charges at you, getting rid of its red pill cannon and instead going for the possess. As it jumps on top of your head, you get sudden flashes of being such a nice guy, and you get a sudden urge to go onto 4chan. Can you resist the temptation of the hat? You need just an 11. If you get an 11, then you're good. Got a 3. As the hat merges itself onto you, as you begin to start feeling deep dissatisfaction. You know, you should be getting more attention, that you deserve it. We're going to say that for the purposes of game mechanics, this is effectively just giving you confusion. So you are confused. You will get disadvantage on whatever you do as long as you are possessed by the hat. But you otherwise have free will, essentially. Unlike the poor sap on the ground.
Drink the beer to help.
You pull out your pocket beer, and you down it, giving yourself strength, and being blessed by the alcohol god. You've been blessed. We'll say, with the blessing, you can choose to expend it at any time to automatically succeed on a reasonable roll. Cannot automatically succeed to jump to the sun, but you will automatically succeed on, just about anything else. That's more reasonable than that.
I will fire an arrow towards the cannon to malfunction the other hat.
You ready your crossbow to fire another arrow. Let's see how you do. You're gonna get disadvantage for targeting the cannon specifically, but I'm gonna give you advantage because I like, just as a style bonus. So just regular roll. DC 10. Roll above a 10 and you're good. That's a 3, dude. That's a 3, man.
No.
You shoot an arrow as it bounces off and heads straight back to you. I'm gonna have you roll the dodge. Just roll anything above a 5 and you're good.
I'm scared.
You also get disadvantage from the confusion. You have disadvantage, but it's just a DC like 5. Roll 5 and you're good. There, 19 and a 17 on the one roll that you don't really need to roll that high for. The arrow just barely misses you, getting lodged into the ground behind you. It is now the hat's turn, as it fires another red pill straight at you.
Ah!
It rolls a 7. Once again, you get the red pill in your mouth, but you spit it straight out onto the ground as it bounces off this dude's head and then bounces more and more until it eventually goes out the window.
I shall launch my fireball at it.
You take your fireball as you launch it right at the hat, triggering a massive explosion, destroying the hat. It's gone.
Loot the treasure.
You march your way over to the chest, but it's locked. What will you do?
Use my axe to break it open.
You take your axe, bring it down onto the chest again and again and again and again and again before reattaching it back to your crossbow loot. Let's see how that goes. We're rolling mainly to see if you break the chest. That almost hit a nat 1. It was so close to hitting a nat 1.
Better be something good. I came all this way. I need useful things.
You smash open the chest. Inside the chest is an electric guitar. The electric guitar is your power weapon, and if you replace your loot with it, then you get double advantage for anything that your loot would go for. And now you have an electric guitar axe crossbow thing.
Sick.
Still possessed by a fedora, though. You continue on and find yourself in a room. A pool of lava in the center. Up top, a dark wizard controlling a dark wall which blocks the exit. The wizard is protected by a shield spell and is being possessed by an evil wizard hat. All that you can do to get to him is to platform across this very narrow space. What would you like to do?
Launch a musical attack towards the wizard with my upgraded guitar.
We're gonna make this one glow red because it's an attack. There we go. You launch a super powerful attack from your guitar. Immediately following that, lightning shoots from the tip of it. It's an electric guitar. You still have to roll for the attack, but you get heavy advantage. You are literally rolling 5d20. How, after rolling 5 dice, is the highest you got a 10 or an 11? We'll say that the 11 is enough to pop the shield. So the wizard is exposed now, but you only popped his shield. And you are down one of your remaining 2 vicious mockeries.
God fucking damn it.
You now have 1 left of each ability. And you're still being possessed by an evil fedora. Now that it's the wizard's turn, he waves his arms in a magical fashion and then summons a skull which appears floating on the second platform right above you. And it's an evil skull too. It's got glowing red eyes.
Oh my god, I just sliced the fedora with my axe to get rid of it.
You're also driving an axe straight onto your head. There's no way to really be terribly gentle with it. We'll roll, but you're gonna be getting like disadvantage. If you succeed, you get the hat off. If you fail, you still get the hat off. You just also take damage. So either way, the hat's gonna come off. Or try to just yank it off with your hands.
Use my blessing to succeed by yanking it off. Throw it at the skull thing.
You use your blessing and you get the hat off. And you throw it at the skull thing as it jumps on and begins to possess the skull. You are no longer confused, but now the skull is possessed by the fedora.
Yes!
The fedora's not on your side. The dark wizard is possessed by an evil wizard hat still. So now there's just 2 hats against you, 2 evil hats. You just add another enemy. The dark skull stares menacingly at you, and then pulls out a cell phone and begins to browse 4chan and text girls unsolicited pics on Snap. The wizard's just chilling out in his turn. He's not really doing anything.
Launch an arrow into the skull while he is distracted.
You ready an arrow as you shoot it up at the skull. I'm going to give you advantage because the skull is distracted. He's currently typing a rant at a coworker and telling her about how nice he is, and it doesn't matter that they're coworkers or that there's an age difference. Nat 20! You got a 20! Your arrow goes flying straight up through the skull, through the phone, through the skull, through the fedora, all at once, killing all of them.
Yeah, let's go.
It's now the wizard's turn, and he summons another skull, this time on the upper platform. You really need to turn off Streamlabs from complaining about all caps. I love my all caps.
Do an awesome parkour move onto the second platform as I swing my axe guitar onto the skull.
You're gonna need a roll for that. We'll see how well you parkour. Let's say DC 13. Roll 13 or higher and you're good. That's just a straight up 2. You prepare yourself to make an epic jump onto the platform. As you jump onto the first, then you turn and jump onto the second and slip, falling backwards, landing on your back onto this platform and barely hanging on just above the lava. The tip of your mustache touching the lava as it begins to sizzle. You are hanging on by a thread.
No, my sexy stack.
It's sizzling.
Pull myself back onto the ledge and heal.
Try to climb back up onto the ledge. Roll above a 5 and we're good. But with your luck, never know. You got a 4. So you fail to pull yourself back up onto the ledge. So you're just hanging there. You're not taking damage, but you're just hanging there.
Are you serious?
As it's the wizard's turn again. He summons a lost soul and begins to shoot it down at you. Let's see if he hits. He is getting advantage because you are in a compromised position.
No. No, 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 no.
Ooh, that's gonna hit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The lost soul, screaming and crying, slams into your back as you take another point of damage. Onto your last life. Back to it. It is your turn again. The skull just chills. The skull is not doing anything.
Climb back up and heal, please.
Let's roll. Just beat a 5. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. A 17. That wasn't so hard. You climb back up onto the ledge, only struggling a little and making it look like it was effortless regardless. And you heal yourself using your last heal and getting yourself back up. The wizard just chills on its turn. The skull just chills. It's back to you.
Oh geez, this is stressful.
Yeah, welcome to RPG, silly RPG.
I shall play an insult to the skull to turn it against the wizard.
Alright, that's the last of your charm. You charm the skull. It turns its attention now to the wizard. The wizard chills while the skull begins to float over and then begins to whisper eldritch secrets into the wizard's ears. Let's see if the skull damages the wizard. Skull needs just a DC 11 or higher. That's all. Pretty easy check. It's an 8. The wizard, accustomed to the darkness, is mostly unfazed. So the skull just begins to hover there. It's your turn again.
Why must I fail so much?
We haven't even gotten to the final boss yet.
I attempt to fire a vicious insult to the wizard, electric guitar style.
What's the insult you're gonna use? If it's good enough, instant success.
You big-headed, useless excuse for a wizard. I've seen peasants that can perform street magic better than you pig.
You fire off a killer insult at the wizard as the music smacks it straight in the face, and a bolt of lightning blasts forth from your guitar, piercing straight through the wizard and also catching the evil skull with it, destroying both of them. But its hat remains, as its hat gained its own sentience, whips out a wand and begins to shoot spells at you. It fires an ice missile at you. Let's see how it does. 18!
No.
The ice missile slams into you, sending a chill down your spine. You lose 1 thing of hell. Back down to your last life. But with the wizard gone, the dark wall disappears. No longer being concentrated on by him. The exit is open. You do not have to fight the hat. You could just attempt to make a dash for the exit.
No. I must kill the hat with an arrow. I want the wand, at least.
Ready an arrow and fire it at the hat. It's a 5. Your arrow swings past it and out the window.
God.
The hat's turn once more. It begins to prepare an ice missile to fire at you. But we'll go back to you before it does. On death's door.
Prepare to deflect the ice missile back with my axe guitar, ready to swing like a baseball bat.
You prepare your axe guitar ready to swing like a baseball bat. as the ice missile comes cruising in at you. I was going to give you advantage, but you already succeeded, so it doesn't matter. You ricochet the ice missile right back at it as it bounces off the electric guitar. In addition to being reflected back, it is now also electrified as it smashes into the hat and lightning explodes down on it, obliterating the hat. But due to the magical nature of it, the wand is left behind.
I shall take the wand.
You make your way over, taking the wand and fastening it to your guitar. You now have a crossbow, axe, wand guitar.
Yes.
As you make your way back down.
Magic guitar wand.
And continue forth.
He.
You emerge on the top of the castle, finding yourself in a blind spot of a nearby guard with a crossbow, and 2 sleeping guards guarding the entrance to the mayor's house. How are you going to sneak past them? Or murder them all?
Shoot a magic missile infused arrow with guitar electricity at the guard that's awake.
You're all out of abilities. So we're gonna have to roll to see if you can even channel enough of your magic to do that. Actually, you could shoot the magic wand with your crossbow, and that could accomplish the effect that you're looking for. You'd lose the wand, but you would get a pretty big magical output.
I upgraded my weapons for no reason.
You collect items to use them. You load the wand into the crossbow, and let's see how you do. I'll give you like some pretty heavy advantage here just because of the variety of weapons that you're using altogether. A 19. You shoot the wand as it begins to turn, homing towards the guard up top. Before he even has a chance to react, it has hit him square in the face, and another lightning strike, obliterating him and the platform that he was on.
He. Sneak past the guards to go inside.
You carefully sneak past the guards, making it to the door. You enter the mayor's house and find it in disarray. The guard captain standing guard over the mayor, and the mayor possessed by a particularly evil-looking hat. This must be the cause of the mayor's madness, the evil hats which have taken over.
Oh my god, the fucking hats.
The mayor stands atop a massive pile of furniture.
Charge the guard with my weapon and swing.
You jump over the furniture as you do like a Dark Souls plunging attack right onto the guard captain, swinging your axe at him. Let's see how that goes. Because it's a jump attack, I'll give you advantage for that. And let's say you got the jump on him. But it is the guard captain, and he is very heavily armored, so you need to get 16 or higher to hit him. You got 18 as you land on the guard captain, sufficiently attacking him and cleaving into his armor.
Yes.
But that only enrages him. He is weakened, but not yet down.
No.
As the guard captain now takes his swing at you, still a little shaken by being surprised, with that disadvantage canceling out the advantage that he would get from being enraged. Standard roll. An 8. He swings at you, but misses. The mayor, atop his pile of furniture, possessed by an evil hat and wielding a lute, all while wearing a fish tie, begins to strum an evil tune. Because it smacks you in the face. And we'll see how he does. That's gonna hit. I will give you the choice now. You can survive the attack if you want to sacrifice one of the weapons that you've collected. I would recommend the crossbow or the axe. You can choose for that to take the hit, like blocking with it, but costing the weapon.
Crossbow.
You raise the crossbow to block the evil music as the music corrupts the crossbow, causing it to rapidly rot and then fall apart, but protecting you from the damage.
Use the axe to slice the weak guard.
You use the axe again, cleaving at the guard. Let's see your luck. A 16! It hits! Ooh! You strike the guard. Despite him being enraged, the guard captain falls.
My luck has turned.
He is now down. The mayor is the only one left. He stands atop his furniture, smiling at you with a mad glee. As he goes, I'm just having fun collecting money and gold. You've invaded my house, my home.
Your rules are ridiculous, and I am here to help the citizens from your tyranny. And now it is time to slice away at the furniture underneath him.
You step over the guard captain's corpse and begin to chop at the furniture holding him up. Let's roll to see how you do. I'll give you the style bonus. I'll give you another bonus for the axe. 3d20. A 14. I'll say that works. You chop away at the furniture. As it begins to crumple and fall, the pieces broken and battered, causing it all to collapse. As the mayor begins to cry out, "No!" as he falls, landing on his face.
Yes!
He may be buried under the furniture, but his hat is not done as it rises from the furniture, ready to put up a last stand against you. Of all the evil hats, this is surely the evilest that you have ever seen. We've made it to the real final boss now.
I shall use the furniture to swing at the hat with my axe. Parkour up.
You stand back and ready as you jump onto the furniture, and then once more bringing down a hefty swing on the hat. I'll give you a style bonus. I like the style. That's a 4 with advantage. You swing at the hat,
No.
but it effortlessly floats beneath you, dodging your swing as you land on top of the mayor, just barely avoiding him with your axe. He cowers in the furniture, begging you to help him and free him and his people from the tyranny of the evil hats. The hat, now on its own and ready to attack, it fires at you.
I use the metal of the axe to deflect the bullet back.
Oh, okay. We're going cool guy, let's go. I'll give you a style bonus. I think I'd also give you disadvantage because you are trying to literally deflect the bullet. We'll say a normal roll. DC 12. 16! Your luck has somehow turned around. You raise up the axe, ducking just beneath it as the bullet bounces off and reflects right back at the hat. The hat takes the shot. You deflecting the bullet back has busted its gun, so it cannot do a ranged attack, but it is not done yet.
Yes! Am I able to loot the guard for his armor to at least have some protection?
You jump down back to the guard captain as you rip off his shield. It's a little weird. Whoa, it's like he had 2 shields. Not at all, because his shield is not a separate asset. You stand with your shield now ready to face off against the hat, as the hat charges in with its little shank as it begins to try to shank you. Let's see how it does. That's a 17, that's gonna hit. What equipment are you sacrificing? You got the axe and the shield. Which do you sacrifice?
Sacrifice the shield.
You sacrifice the shield as the evil hat's dagger stabs into it and rips it to shreds with superhuman strength. Because it's not a human, it's a hat, and hats are superior.
Attempt to slice the hat with my axe.
Beat a 12. That's it. 12 or higher. That's a 5. You swing your axe at the hat, but you miss it as it just barely evades you and then swings back, flying back around you, trying to get a sneak attack. With a 19!
Sacrifice the axe.
You sacrifice the axe, but you survive the attack of the evil hat.
I do an awesome kickflip from the furniture and attempt to smash the hat with my electric guitar.
Ooh, you do a sick kickflip off the furniture. Let's see how that goes. I'm giving you style points for that. I'll give you 2 advantage for the style. We'll keep the DC. Ooh, you got a 16. You jump on top of the furniture and you do a sick kickflip, hitting it with your feet and then smashing it over the head with the axe, driving it into the furniture, crushing it. The hat is beaten. It is defeated.
Oh my god, I did it.
We could work together. You could be the new vessel. You could be my new vessel, and we could work together. We could take over the world. We'll start with the town, because maybe the world is a little bit ambitious at this point, but eventually, maybe. But we could definitely take over the town, at least. You could be the new mayor. We could put in silly taxes, and you could get rich. If you join me, just put me on. What do you say, partner?
No, as I simply smash it and play a sick riff on my guitar.
It looks at you with its pleading, blinking red eye as you go, no. And then smash it and play a sick riff on your guitar. The hat whimpers and then fades away. The last of its life gone. You stand victorious. The mayor saved. The evil hats taking over the town defeated. And the mayor, once again, a happy boy, as he thanks you for saving him and offers you a bag of gold because you've been such a cool, awesome dude. Or better yet, because legendary wands are cool, and not at all because I don't have a bag of gold asset. He offers you a legendary wand. You could attach it to your guitar and play infinite spells and riffs. You take the wand, attaching it to your guitar, making it the Ultra Mega Guitar. You've become the ultimate cool guy. You saved the town and got a super magical wand and a sick metal guitar. Everybody from the town comes out to cheer for you as you play a sick concert. Lightning strikes you and only empowers your music. You've defeated the evil hats. Congratulations. You've done it. You've won. And then everybody clapped. That's the end.